Paper 29. The Universe Power Directors. Of all the universe personalities concerned in the regulation of interplanetary and inter-universe affairs, the power directors and their associates have been the least understood on Urantia. While your races have long known of the existence of angels and similar orders of celestial beings, little information concerning the controllers and regulators of the physical domain has ever been imparted. Even now I am permitted fully to disclose only the last of the following three groups of living beings having to do with force control and energy regulation in the Master Universe. 1. Primary Eventuated Master Force Organizers. 2. Associate Transcendental Master Force Organizers. 3. Universe Power Directors. Though I deem it impossible to portray the individuality of the various groups of directors, centers, and controllers of universe power, I hope to be able to explain something about the domain of their activities. They are a unique group of living beings having to do with the intelligent regulation of energy throughout the grand universe. Including the Supreme Directors, they embrace the following major divisions. 1. The 7 Supreme Power Directors. 2. The Supreme Power Centers. 3. The Master Physical Controllers. 4. The Urantia Power Supervisors. The Supreme Power Directors and Centers have existed from the near times of eternity, and as far as we know, no more beings of these orders have been created. The 7 Supreme Directors were personalized by the 7 Master Spirits, and then they collaborated with their parents in the production of more than 10 billion associates. Before the days of the power directors, the energy circuits of space outside of the central universe were under the intelligent supervision of the Master Force Organizers of Paradise. Having knowledge about material creatures, you have at least a contrastive conception of spiritual beings. But it is very difficult for the mortal mind to envisage the power directors. In the scheme of ascendant progression to higher levels of existence, you have nothing directly to do with either the Supreme Directors or the power centers. On certain rare occasions you will have dealings with the physical controllers, and you will work freely with the supervisors of Urantia power upon reaching the mansion worlds. These Urantia power supervisors function so exclusively in the Urantia regime of the local creations that it is deemed best to narrate their activities in the section dealing with the local universe. 1. The 7 Supreme Power Directors. The 7 Supreme Power Directors are the physical energy regulators of the grand universe. Their creation by the 7 Master Spirits is the first recorded instance of the derivation of semi-material progeny from true spirit ancestry. When the 7 Master Spirits create individually, they bring forth highly spiritual personalities on the angelic order. When they create collectively, they sometimes produce these high types of semi-material beings. But even these quasi-physical beings would be invisible to the short-range vision of Urantia mortals. The Supreme Power Directors are 7 in number, and they are identical in appearance and function. One cannot be distinguished from another except by that Master Spirit with whom each is in immediate association, and to whom each is in complete functional subservience. Each of the Master Spirits is thus in eternal union with one of their collective offspring. The same director is always in association with the same spirit, and their working partnership results in a unique association of physical and spiritual energies, of a semi-physical being and a spirit personality. The 7 Supreme Power Directors are stationed on peripheral paradise, where their slowly circulating presences indicate the whereabouts of the force focal headquarters of the Master Spirits. These power directors function singly in the power energy regulation of the superuniverses, but collectively in the administration of the central creation. They operate from paradise, but maintain themselves as effective power centers in all divisions of the grand universe. These mighty beings are the physical ancestors of the vast host of the power centers and, through them, of the physical controllers scattered throughout the 7 superuniverses. Such subordinate physical control organisms are basically uniform, identical except for the differential toning of each superuniverse core. In order to change in superuniverse service, they would merely have to return to paradise for re-toning. The physical creation is fundamentally uniform in administration. 2. The Supreme Power Centers. The 7 Supreme Power Directors are not able, individually, to reproduce themselves, but collectively, and in association with the 7 Master Spirits, they can and do reproduce, create other beings like themselves. Such is the origin of the Supreme Power Centers of the Grand Universe, who function in the following 7 groups. 1. Supreme Center Supervisors. 2. Havona Centers. 3. Superuniverse Centers. 4. Local Universe Centers. 5. Constellation Centers. 6. System Centers. 7. Unclassified Centers. These power centers, together with the Supreme Power Directors, are beings of high will freedom and action. They are all endowed with third source personality and disclose unquestioned volitional capacity of a high order. These directing centers of the universe power system are the possessors of exquisite intelligence endowment. They are the intellect of the power system of the grand universe, and the secret of the technique of the mind control of all the vast network of the far-flung functions of the master physical controllers and the Urantia power supervisors. 1. Supreme Center Supervisors. These 7 coordinates and associates of the Supreme Power Directors are the regulators of the master energy circuits of the grand universe. Each center supervisor is headquartered on one of the special worlds of the 7 supreme executives, and they work in close association with these coordinators of general universe affairs. The Supreme Power Directors and the Supreme Center Supervisors function both as individuals and conjointly with regard to all cosmic phenomena below the levels of gravity energy. When acting in liaison, these 14 beings are to universe power what the 7 supreme executives are to general universe affairs, and what the 7 master spirits are to the cosmic mind. 2. Havona Centers. Before the creation of the universes of time and space, power centers were not required in Havona, but ever since these far distant times, 1 million have functioned in the central creation, each center having the supervision of 1,000 Havona worlds. Here in the divine universe, there is perfection of energy control, a condition not existing elsewhere. Perfection of energy regulation is the ultimate goal of all the power centers and the physical controllers of space. 3. Superuniverse Centers. Occupying an enormous area on the capital sphere of each of the 7 superuniverses are 1,000 power centers of the 3rd order. 3 currents of primary energy of 10 segregations each come into these power centers, but 7 specialized and well-directed, though imperfectly controlled, circuits of power go forth from their seat of united action. This is the electronic organization of universe power. All energy is circuited in the paradise cycle, but the universe power directors direct the force energies of nether paradise as they find them modified in the space functions of the central and superuniverses, converting and directing these energies into channels of useful and constructive application. There is a difference between Havona energy and the energies of the superuniverses. The power charge of a superuniverse consists of 3 phases of energy of 10 segregations each. This 3-fold energy charge spreads throughout the space of the grand universe. It is like a vast moving ocean of energy which engulfs and bathes the whole of each of the 7 supercreations. The electronic organization of